EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
They're on 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the shotgun, Wilson steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First down.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Wilson. Heavy rush, and down he goes. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Sheldon Rankins. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Forced out to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. Buying time to his left. And this will be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran safety, Malcolm Jenkins, who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Being chased at, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
At the 38-yard line.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
29-yard line.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Breeze here finding Kamara, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a pretty play to come out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up the first down.
And they'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Saints have taken the early lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
To kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
A gain of 1 yard. First down, Seattle.
Now Wilson on first down. Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, switching gears for a second. Look, Charles, we know it's part of the game, but injuries, again, a big story in Week 5. Most notably, of course, Dak Prescott. Pretty severe ankle injury that's going to keep him out the remainder of the season. And that's really just the latest in what has been a tough year already. Gosh, you could probably build an all-pro team, Charles, with some of the guys who have gone down.
Yeah, an all-pro team, and at worst, a Pro Bowl team, because you're talking about names like Saquon Barkley with the New York Giants, Cortland Sutton with Denver, Marlon Mack, Indianapolis, Nick Bosa, San Francisco, all of them injuries that have them lost for the year. Michael Thomas got hurt in the season.
Greg Olsen, nobody ahead of him. The 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Greg Olsen,
Seattle.
65 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it, took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. Beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, as we normally do, let's look ahead to what's to come here in the NFL for Week 6. Some changes to the schedule in this most unusual season. But, CD, I've earmarked a few here. I've got Cleveland and Pittsburgh, Green Bay and Tampa Bay. Of course, that's going to be a lot of fun. Arizona, Dallas, Monday night. And then you got Buffalo.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Intercepted.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7.
Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 20-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football.
At the 20.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Steps away to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. 4th down after the New Orleans
starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Myers' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. That drive took them inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold them to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them. That feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, we got a second here, Charles. Let's play believer, non-believer. I'll give you a couple teams off to surprising starts. You tell me if you believe that they will continue that way. And let's start with the Browns at 4-1.
Non-believer last year, believer to start this season, believer even after they got whacked in the opener by Baltimore. I think they'll contend for a playoff spot.
Okay, the Bears, same record, 4-1.
I still want to see more out of this team, but I like how their defense plays. Still need consistency on offense.
And then lastly, what about the Panthers at 3-2?
Oh, one of the great stories in the early going. Non-believer because I think their division's too tough with Tampa Bay and New Orleans. But boy, I like what they're doing so far at 3-2. Way better record than what people thought. This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Open man is Michael Thomas. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
At the 44-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Got a man caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown.
Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out.
And his pass is intercepted for the 3rd time today. It's Clinton Dunbar with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
10 at their own 48-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He'll find Metcalf. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
A 38-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. The open man is Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
At the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Left side here to Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 49 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
They'll turn to Kamara. And he's going to get in. So they're back within 11. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
24 yards.
That one goes for 24 yards.
1st down.
Flushed it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sheldon Rankins second sack of the afternoon. After the sack on first down, Wilson. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Third and long, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson, rolling to his left. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. A huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Brandon, these quarterbacks have their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get two hands on the football and pick it off.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That's to his running back, it's Alvin Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And my goodness, another interception. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First down.
Again, Wilson.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Trey Hendrickson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Flush to his right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. From the shotgun, Wilson sliding out of the pocket toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Breeze now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking long for Thomas. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. On first down, Breeze. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Open man is Jacob Hollister. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. He lets it fly from Lockett.